SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
In the headlines, Vincentians encouraged to heed all warnings as Tropical Storm Dorian approaches. Caribbean Airlines bracing for impact as Tropical Storm Dorian strengthens. International leaders pledged logistical and financial support to help fight fires in the Amazon rainforest. And in sports, India thrashed West Indies in first international test in Antigua. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flo.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Monday, August 26, 2019. I am Yvesta Boynes with the details. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves today urged all Vincentians to take the necessary precautions to preserve their lives and livelihood as the country braces for Tropical Storm Dorian. Giving an update on the approaching storm as well as the readiness of the various disaster management agencies in the country, PM Gonsalves made it clear that it is a serious matter and persons should not take any chances. SVG was placed on a tropical storm watch on Sunday morning, then upgraded to a tropical storm warning at 5 p.m. on Sunday and remains that way up to news time. Tropical Storm Dorian is expected to have maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. The local Met services estimate that SVG will feel the impact of the storm from late this evening into Tuesday and will be affected by storm force winds and rough seas, with the center expected to pass early Tuesday morning. In his address to the nation today, the Prime Minister appealed to persons living in flood-prone areas to take the necessary precautions, including fisherfolk.
Communities are also asked to take precaution as rough seas with waves of up to 12 feet or more can be expected. Fisherfolk and mariners, seamen and women, are asked to secure their boats and equipment to protect your livelihood. I'm just indicating to you that the Coast Guard has to take the offshore patrol vessel, the one which we just bought, for about $16 million. They have to take it south towards Grenada, towards Trinidad. I don't know exactly what precise area they're going to park it yet in order to protect it. So please protect your boats. The smaller ones are going to be put down at Otley Hall, smaller Coast Guard vessels for protection.
The Prime Minister called on all businesses and government agencies to activate their disaster management plan, noting that work was on the way to safely relocate occupants of the Louis Ponette home. He said all disaster management systems are up and ready to respond to the possible impacts of Tropical Storm Dorian.
7 p.m. last evening, I convened a meeting of the National Emergency Council at NEMO headquarters, where all the agencies reported on their state of readiness as we prepare for the impact of Tropical Storm Dorian. All systems are up and ready, and today, NEMO and BRAGSA and the Ministry of Education are ensuring that all arrangements are in place to manage and respond to the potential impacts of Tropical Storm Dorian. The Ministry of Health is at work actively moving medical supplies, and the like in all of the districts. The Ministry of Works moving heavy-duty equipment located primarily in the northeast and the northwest, given the fact that the north of the country is likely to be the one adversely affected if the storm continues on its current path.
Reiterating the seriousness of the situation, the Prime Minister appealed to the public to be vigilant and be on the alert.
To prepare for this as you prepare for a hurricane. I don't want you to take things lightly and say it's just a storm and that it's going to the north and it would not impact us. This is the same thing with Thomas and the Met agencies and NEMO they have advised me that the way the storm is shaping up in terms of its direction and type as of this moment, it resembles Thomas. And you know what Thomas did on October the 31st, 2010. Remember what happened there.
In an updated statement to the nation, Prime Minister Gonsalves said all government offices and businesses in SVG will be closed until Wednesday morning. Leader of the opposition, Dr. Godwin Friday, also appealed to the general public to take the necessary precautions. Dr. Friday further encouraged persons to utilize the various shelters across the country if needs be, and to look out for one another.
Go to one of the shelters. There are many shelters in the various communities and those have been announced. If you don't know where the shelter is, call NEMO and find it and make sure that you are safe. For those of you who are living on the coastlands, those who are living near to the coastlines, be prepared for heavy waves, strong waves. Protect your boats, fishermen. Bring them in and put them on higher ground to make sure they're there after the storm passes. Don't take this lightly. It may be that it may pass, but you don't count on that. Let's take the necessary precautions. This one is headed straight for us. Be safe. Look out for one another. If there's a drain by your house and you notice that it's blocked now, this is not the time to clear it. Clear it before, not during the storm. Stay indoors as the authorities have advised us to. Those of you who don't feel that your house is secure, you're living on the hillside, you're worried about landslide and so on, go to a shelter. There are many shelters where you will be safe. So let us look out for one another and hope by the grace of God that this doesn't cause too much damage to us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we can all play our part in ensuring that happens by being as prepared as possible. Thank you. I want to see you the day after and long into the future. So take the precautions.
Many Vincentians today flocked to supermarkets to purchase the necessary supplies, while motorists queued at the gas stations to fill up on petrol. Our news team caught up with a few of the shoppers and others who had some advice for the public.
That it might not come, it might not come, it might come. I want to make sure that if it does come, I'm preparing. So I'm buying snacks for my kids for sure, biscuits, things that I know won't spoil if there's electricity out and so on. Have my candles, batteries, things like that to just make sure that I am well prepared.
I've gotten bread, juice, milk, water. Most important thing, I've got about 5 cases of water. But my kids and them, they want the water because the weather is a bit humid.
So apart from the rum, y'all ain't getting like no biscuits and them, so I think that's
we get with phone light. Listen me, we get with phone light. We get with couple mats. We get with food. And we get with rum. And some canned foods. Canned foods. And the radio. Don't forget the radio.
We at Massey Stores, we are very happy to assist the general public in getting their last minute disaster preparedness items. We would be closing at 6 p.m. today, so we are keeping up with the government's recommendation. So we at Massey Stores are asking the general public as well to basically stay safe, do the necessary to keep them and their families safe.
I'm heeding the warning. I'm going to make sure that I got some bread and some canned stuff in the house, just in case if anything happens. I wish nothing happened, but I am going to be prepared.
Yes, please, I would like to advise the intentions to get out of their homes and get everything in, just in case of any, major problem.
In light of the approaching storm, which is expected to strengthen over the next few hours, both Caribbean Airlines and Liat have cancelled flights to several destinations within their network. In a media release, Caribbean Airlines advised that flights scheduled from Port of Spain to Barbados, Barbados to Port of Spain, Kingston to Barbados, and Barbados to Kingston were cancelled. According to a statement from Liat, the cancellation of 27 flights carded for today was in the interest of passenger and crew safety. Several flights to and from Barbados have been cancelled for tomorrow, including those to and from St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Guyana, Antigua, Grenada, and Trinidad. Passengers affected by the cancellations have been advised to rebook their flights by Wednesday, August 28th. Meanwhile, due to the passage of Tropical Storm Dorian, the Argyle International Airport operations are now closed. Normal operations will resume at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, August 28, 2019. News coming to hand, an aircraft belonging to One Caribbean skid off the runway at the Argyle International Airport after it successfully landed. The aircraft reportedly developed issues while departing for Trinidad. The aircraft crew was assisted by the fire service and airport security. We will bring you more on this as further information comes to hand. Minister of Agriculture pleased with continuous expansion of the production of Arrowroot in SVG. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
Local news sponsored in part by Flow.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto. Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at Q-Care Pharmacy. Q-Care leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionsSVG.org.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. There is a continuous expansion in the production of Arrowroot in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so says Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar. Minister Caesar said that the process for the production of Arrowroot for the season has just concluded, and they have paid about 200 Arrowroot farmers for their rhizomes. The Agriculture Minister encouraged the farmers to continue with their great work in the production of Arrowroot and to ensure that the industry maintains a high standard.
Were made to over 200 farmers in excess of 900,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars. These payments were made on last Friday, and not only the farmers were paid, but the workers at the Arrowroot industry, they also had their payments made. When you look throughout the length and breadth of the Caribbean, we are we're the only island continuing in the production of Arrowroot. We are going to seek to find new markets in the upcoming year. We have several good leads, but we have some work to be done, and I want to thank the government and people of India for their assistance thus far. And before the end of 2019, we are going to see some infrastructural changes as it pertains to the Arrowroot industry here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Union Island gecko, which is a tiny lizard distinguished by jewel-like markings, has been placed on Appendix 1 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, and Appendix 1 listing allows for the international protection of this species. The international collector trade has emerged as a major threat to the gecko, with collectors in the US, Europe, and Japan targeting the small numbers left in the wild. The decision to place the Union Island gecko on Appendix 1 of the city's convention was taken at the 18th meeting of the Conference of the Parties in Geneva, Switzerland. Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Sabota Caesar, commended the technician in Department of Forestries for their dedication and hard work in getting the Union Island gecko on the Appendix 1 listing, which will ensure that it is protected locally, regionally and internationally.
Over the years, several persons have come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and illegally removed the Union Island gecko. And persons have been trading it online, and we have been working with several agencies and governments internationally to ensure that in a united effort we protect the Union Island gecko. However, what we are seeing taking place now is that because of the efforts of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the hard work of community-based organizations and NGOs, and I want to especially mention the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Preservation Fund, we were able to make a case on the global stage to ensure that we have the Union Island gecko now listed as an appendix on Appendix 1, which will ensure that it is protected internationally.
Its minuscule size makes the Union Island gecko very vulnerable to desiccation, so it lives mainly in moist crevices or under logs and rocks to avoid drying out. Very little else is known about the behavior and life history of this recently discovered lightweight lizard.
I can't stop you from getting them wrong.
The event is to be held at the Montego Bay Convention Center from September 26th to 28th. It brings together professionals from across the world to share knowledge and discuss advances in the cannabis industry. According to the founder of Cannabis Jamaica, Douglas K. Gordon, there are numerous opportunities for growth and investment in the cannabis industry, and the conference provides business leaders, investors, cultivators, scientists, manufacturers, and other potential stakeholders with a platform to explore the global marketplace. This year's Cannabis Jamaica Business Conference features more than 100 speakers and panelists discussing a range of topics, including health, wellness, legal, regulatory, and investment opportunities in the cannabis industry. The global legal cannabis market continues to expand, and the Caribbean is just beginning to gain serious momentum. Here in SVG, Minister Caesar is charged with leading the thrust to do so. So far, Cabinet has given approval for the issuing of license to more than 30 individuals and entities, including local farmers, producers, with a total membership of 100 traditional cultivators. Traditional cannabis cultivators who have applied individually, non-traditional farmers and companies. The SVG School of Continuing Education is on the right path to equipping the unemployed youth in SVG with qualified skills. This comes from member of the National Accreditation Board, Osborne Bowens, addressing the official registration ceremony of the institution at the Peace Memorial Hall last Thursday. Bowens said that there is a large number of unemployed youth in the country, and the SVG School of Continuing Education is making an effort to help them to be more equipped for the job market. He said with the SVG School of Continuing Education now being officially accredited by the National Accreditation Board, it places the institution in a better position to help students gain a quality certification for job opportunities, including those who have dropped out of school.
There are these persons who are not adequately prepared. There are these persons who are dropping out. But while that is happening, there is a growing need, or in some cases as it is put, a chronic shortage of young people to enter with entry-level workforce skills that the workplace requires. So right now our workplace are requiring significant numbers of carpenters, plumbers, data entry people, people with skills in care of the elderly, persons who have skills in technology. All of those skills are required. but the education system has not sufficiently evolved to deal with those requirements, and our young people are coming out without the requisite acumens to actually enter into the workforce. And I'm saying that when these people do drop out from the secondary school, I think that the SVG School of Education, now dotting the landscape of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, must poise itself to contribute and have those young people equipped with a skill so that they can go out and make themselves productive and contribute to the productive enterprise of St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Bowens noted that when some youngsters leave secondary school or college and are unemployed, they tend to develop antisocial behaviors which could have a negative impact on society.
Now, the longer young people spend before they enter into the workforce, they become what I call block socialized, because a lot of them spend their time on the block. The longer they spend there, take a young man that has been on the block for 8 years, for example, having left school 8 years ago, and ask him to give him a job and ask him to wake up tomorrow and get himself ready to go to work. That's a significant adjustment that he has to make. I have seen personally, we ran a summer program 2 years ago at the technical division of the college, where we send out these young people after 6 weeks of training on a short attachment for 2 weeks. And just by way of an example, on one morning, just the first morning of the attachment, I saw 2 of them coming back and said that the place I sent them said they didn't need anybody. Now when they reached and I saw them, I realized that it wasn't that the place didn't need anybody, but if you showed up at my workplace looking like that.
He encouraged the School of Continuing Education to also equip the youth with the necessary guidance on how to behave in the workplace so that they can remain employed.
Is that these young people at the age of 28 and 29 did not know how to get up and ready themselves, dress, and get ready to go to a workplace to be functional. Now, that's a major problem, because very early they're going to get into the job. They don't understand workforce socialization, how you deal with people in the workforce, all of those issues that they need to contend with. And before you know it, you're going to have a problem. They're going to be leaving. And when they do leave, it's even more difficult for them to get back into the workforce. Again, it makes a case, the SVG School of Continuing Education, to bridge this particular divide with some, very importantly, some workplace soft skills that are absolutely necessary for young people to function in the workforce.
Caribbean islands bracing for impact as Tropical Storm Dorian strengthens. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
Was a local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci Tang. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci Tang. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci Tang. Juicy.
At RE/MAX, We know you want to sell your property at top dollar and as fast as possible. To help you sell at top dollar, all of our agents are trained to negotiate the highest possible price for your property. And to sell as fast as possible, our agents can access over 120,000 agents around the globe, which results in more potential buyers. This is why nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Contact your RE/MAX agent today and get your property sold.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
It's here. The family of EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's what you can do to ensure your EC Polymer notes remain clean and last longer. Dry wet notes with cloth or paper towel. Wipe soiled notes with a damp cloth. You can carry your notes in your wallet, purse, or pocket. However, avoid creasing, crumpling, or stapling your polymer note. If by accident your polymer note gets tumbled in the washing machine or dryer, you can take out the creases by smoothing the note with your hand. Do not iron your polymer note. New polymer notes may cling together. You can loosen them by tapping the notes against a hard surface or shuffling them.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome to our news from the region. A hurricane watch was issued for one Caribbean island, and tropical storm warnings were in effect for several others today as Tropical Storm Dorian heads towards the region. Dorian, the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, formed as a tropical depression Saturday and quickly gathered strength. The National Hurricane Center said in a 2 p.m. advisory that Dorian was 95 miles east-southeast of Barbados, moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour with maximum winds of 60 miles per hour. St. Lucia was under a hurricane watch, meaning hurricane conditions were possible there within the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, tropical storm warnings had been put into effect for Barbados, Martinique, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and tropical storm watches were issued for Grenada and Dominica. The center of the storm was expected to go close to the Windward Islands late this evening, generating swells potentially life-threatening that could affect portions of the Lesser Antilles. Forecasters say tonight into Tuesday night, islands stretching from St. Vincent northward to Guadeloupe should prepare for wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour, sporadic power outages, and localized flooding due to 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. Tropical Storm Dorian is expected to move into the eastern Caribbean Sea later Tuesday at near hurricane strength. Residents across Barbados have been urged to closely monitor the approach of Tropical Storm Dorian as a tropical storm watch has been issued for the island. In a news conference, Prime Minister Motley emphasized that the storm is nothing to take lightly and urged citizens to prepare themselves and to keep checking with the relevant institutions for updates.
Line is that we do expect some outer bands, Met Office, and some squalls that may affect the country. And therefore, even though you may be open in the morning, we ask people to take care and to ensure that they do everything, because our utmost priority as we prepare is first and foremost, my friends, to save lives and to minimize injury to any human being. After that, we then look at securing to ensure we minimize damage to property. But our first priority is to keep people safe. And that means that it is not only the job of the Commissioner of Police or the Barbados Defence Force or the roving team or the Barbados Fire Service. It is going to be the job of every Barbadian in every community. Let me remind persons that Janet, even though I was not born, I have ears to listen and to learn, that Janet passed to the south of Barbados. That when Ivan hit Grenada, it was coming to Barbados, I remember, as Minister of Home Affairs, and at the last minute it veered off and created utter devastation in Grenada. I am asking you, I'm asking us, let us each play our part in getting the cleanup done and in the preparations with respect to food, batteries, water, medicine, and other critical documents for those who have to be moved into shelters.
In St. Lucia, Prime Minister Alan Chastanet announced the 6 p.m. shutdown of the country as Dorian approaches. We are expecting the worst, Chastanet told reporters following a pre-strike meeting of the National Emergency Management Advisory Committee.
So I'm asking all St. Lucians to take all the necessary precautions. But again, there's no predicting how intense this storm is going to be. The Met Office has indicated that we can get as much as anywhere between 6 to 10 inches of rain. So again, these are initial prognosis. We've seen that this can change in short notice. I'm asking all St. Lucians to please take this new hurricane very seriously and to follow the advice of the NEMO authority. At this point, I just want to ask for God's blessings for all of you and for our beautiful country, St. Lucia. And in particular, my heart goes out, my prayers go out, my thoughts go out to my farmers. But please, everybody, be safe. And all of us pray for the safety of our neighbors and our friends and our families, and also for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada and Barbados, which are currently being impacted by this storm.
International leaders pledged logistical and financial support to help fight fires in the Amazon rainforest. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
is Jake's Kitchen, the most trendy place to customize your kitchen in all of SVG. And when we say trendy, you better believe it's hot. Because we've got the latest in stylish kitchen accessories and fittings at astonishingly available prices. Guaranteed to make your kitchen bling bling. And our new arrivals will do just that. Step up to our showroom, upstairs Caribbean Glass in Kingstown, and make your kitchen the envy of all. When you're customized by Jake's Kitchen, you don't keep up with the neighbors. Oh no, the neighbors better keep up with you.
The health of your eyes greatly impacts your daily life, from driving, watching television to texting. At Imperial Optical Inc., we promise you the best in eye care. Our trained staff, in-house ophthalmologist, optometrist, full-service lab and optical boutique position us to cater to your entire eye care. Understanding your needs and how to meet them, whether you require routine eye examination, prescription glasses, contact lenses, or sunglasses, you can choose from a wide range of designer frames at affordable prices and be greeted with excellent customer service in an inviting atmosphere when you visit us opposite the Anglican Cathedral on 58 Granville Street, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., where your vision is our mission. Telephone 456-1882. Fax 456-2205.
That's new for your eyes only.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Cannabis Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Cannabis Distribution Limited.
Welcome to the international news. International leaders at the G7 summit have agreed to provide logistical and financial support to help fight fires in the Amazon rainforest. French President Emmanuel Macron said G7 countries would release $22 million, that's 18 million pounds. A record number of fires are burning in Brazil, mostly in the Amazon, according to the country's space research agency. The funding pledge was announced as the leaders of the G7, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK, and the US continue to meet in Biarritz, France. Meanwhile, CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh flew over the devastated area in Rhodesia, the Amazon's most afflicted state, and filed this report.
There's little below but ghosts, and even they seem to have been given up on. These are the newest fires in the worst hit state in the Amazon. We didn't see below us any of the 43,000 troops Brazil's president has pledged to the fight. In fact, in some places, it's so bad you can't even see how bad it is. That'll suit just fine those who'd rather ignore the world's most urgent environmental crisis. No matter how high you are, you can't escape the smoke. We even close our air vents inside the plane to stop it. The sun made this green paradise over millennia, but now barely peeks through the smoke of its destruction.
Well, these apocalyptic sites are kind of like the warnings about what might happen if the world doesn't do something about the climate crisis that you keep hearing, but instead, it's right below us, right here and right now.
I have to climb. Understand. What's startling is how much of this immense jungle people have managed to destroy in so short a time. Unbelievable. They had help. fires they lit and that happen naturally in the dry heat, but usually peak later in the year.
This is not just a forest burning, this is almost a cemetery, because all you can see is dead. Amazon, it's extremely fundamental for the water system for all over the continent. So if we cut off the forest, in some years we're not going to have rain on the south of the country.
We find another area where the damage is fresher and easier to see. Raging in straight lines, swallowing everything left on the plain. And when you look at this, you learn something about yourself. Do you see a crisis impacting every fifth breath you take and killing the future? Or do you see what man must do to nature to enrich himself and live better? The answer means little below, where the fire burns our heritage and suffocates our future, regardless of how we feel about it.
That's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that we take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Cannabis Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Cannabis Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Now for our local weather forecast. Present conditions cloudy. Winds east-northeast at 14 kilometers per hour. Temperature 27.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 88%. Barometric pressure 1011.6 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 5.0 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 30.2 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 27.5 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:19 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:53 a.m. The forecast: cloudy to overcast with pockets of moderate to heavy showers, periods of rain, thunderstorms and gusty winds up to tropical storm strength. And our synopsis: a tropical storm warning is in effect for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. At 5 p.m., the position of Tropical Storm Dorian was at 12.7 degrees north, 58.8 degrees west, 145 miles east-southeast of St. Vincent.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
SVG-TV Sports, sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Remax Results Realty proudly presents Eagles Lodge, an attractive triple apartment residence. Each floor boasts a large kitchen, spacious bedrooms with en-suites, open living areas, and private entrances and balconies. This 23,000 square foot treed property is fully fenced with a private gated entrance. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Welcome to the evening sports. India thrashed West Indies by 318 runs to win the first test in Antigua. India's seamer Jasprit Bumrah took 5 second innings wickets for just 7 runs as the host fell to 100 all out. Only Roston Chase 12, Kemar Roach 38 and Miguel Cummins 19 reached double figures as they were bowled out in under 27 overs. India captain Virat Kohli had set West Indies 419 to win after declaring his team's second innings on 343 for 7. The visitors posted 297 in their first innings before West Indies replied with 222 of their own. With a first innings lead of 77, India extended their advantage through Kohli 51, Ajinkya Rahane 102 and Hanuma Vihari 92 before declaring to leave Jason Holder's team with an unlikely run chase. In reply, West Indies were 5 wickets down before the 8th over and their 10th wicket stand of 50 between Roach and Cummins was their highest of the second innings. Victory puts India joint top of the inaugural World Test Championship table, albeit after just 1 game. The second test begins in Jamaica on Friday. Ben Stokes was the hero yet again as his incredible unbeaten century saw England to a thrilling 1-wicket win in the 3rd Ashes Test yesterday. England, all out for a woeful 67 in their first innings, were 286 for 9, still needing 73 more runs to reach a victory target of 359 when bespectacled number 11 Jack Leach walked out to bat to join Stokes at the crease. Leach, however, held firm with World Cup final winning batting star Stokes, with Stokes' astonishing 135 not out, seeing England complete their highest successful 4th innings chase as they squared the 5-match series at 1-1. St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Curacao played to a 2-2 draw in Group D of the CONCACAF Girls Under-17 Football Qualifying Championship in Curacao yesterday. Also yesterday, Belize defeated St. Kitts and Nevis 4-3 in Group C in Barbados. Guyana beat the Bahamas 3-1 also in Curacao in Group D. Martinique won from Dominica 5-0 in Group B in the Cayman Islands. Barbados had the better of the U.S. Virgin Islands 1-0 in Group C in Barbados, and St. Lucia overwhelmed Bonaire 16-0 in Group A in Honduras. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors and children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Lassie Stores Pharmacy, Lassie Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Come with me. Let's take a drive to the windward side of mainland St. Vincent and the Grenadines to experience an unspoiled tropical paradise. Elegance, style, class, and ambiance, all waiting for you at the Spring Garden Resort. Just 5 minutes away from the Argyle International Airport, the Spring Garden Resort offers 27 spacious rooms and 3 all-inclusive studio apartments surrounded by lush tropical foliage and impeccable views of the Caribbean Sea. The Spring Garden Resort is the perfect setting for your most memorable occasions, from weddings to birthday parties, from business meetings to personal retreats. Great for kids too. Escape for a day, a weekend away, or make reservations for an extended stay. You're always welcome, anytime. The Spring Garden Resort welcomes you with open arms.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances, TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Let's face it, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes things break. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, Gibson's Building Supplies has what you need. So it doesn't matter if it's heavy hardware or light hardware, we've got it all. So whether you can or you can't, we've got something you need. So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. Antoine Griezmann made light of Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez's absences to help Barcelona on their way to a resounding win over Real Betis. Antoine Griezmann scored his first Barcelona goals as Ernesto Valverde's side recorded a thumping 5-2 La Liga win over Real Betis on Sunday. Griezmann endured a disappointing debut in last weekend's surprise 1-0 defeat to Athletic Bilbao, but this €120 million signing from Atletico Madrid, leading the line in the absence of Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, announced himself to the Camp Nou faithful in style. Nabil Fekir had given Betis a shock 15-minute lead before Griezmann turned the game on its head, either side of halftime with 2 fine finishes. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy won the Tour Championship for a second time to secure the FedEx Cup title. McIlroy carded the final round 66 to finish on 18 under par, 4 shots clear of second-placed Xander and 5 ahead of third-round leader and world #1 Brooks in Atlanta. The world #2, who was beaten by Tiger Woods during the final round of the 2018 Tour Championship and succumbed to Koepka on the last day of the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational last month. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
It was sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Remax Results Realty proudly presents this lovely cul-de-sac home in Cane Garden, boasting a pool, large lot with loads of fruit trees, and a great sea view. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths up, and 2 bedrooms, 3 baths on the ground level, 2 spacious kitchens, and so much more. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond at 784-456-2016.
Do you suffer from pain in your back,
knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Maya's Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Maya's Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. Cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions, secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal, convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal, the cruise ship terminal.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Vincentians encouraged to heed all warnings as Tropical Storm Dorian approaches. Caribbean islands bracing for impact as Tropical Storm Dorian strengthens. International leaders pledged logistical and financial support to help fight fires in the Amazon rainforest. And in sports, India thrashed West Indies in first international test in Antigua. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I'm Yvesta Bowens. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
In your hand, yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be one. Set for life, a brand new house. Set for life, a brand new car. Set for life, $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life, did your day done set? Set for life, December 28th. Set for life, check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life, live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.